You know, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I kind of like when the internet's triggered. I do, because there's a lot of fucking weirdos on the internet. Guys, today what we're gonna be talking about is the internet all worked up because Bryan Kohberger's family has actually made a statement, and all you fucking clowns are like, why are they supporting him? Well, it's their son. You know what I'm saying? Did you expect something else? It's weird. And just because you hate him and you think he's guilty, even though he's innocent at the moment, because he hasn't been found guilty yet, we live in America. Like, it's weird that you think that the parents should, like, turn on their kids. You guys did the same thing with the Quentin Simon case. Let me explain something to you. Now, my family sucks. A lot of your family sucks. But blood is thicker than water with some shit, right? But anyway, that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to take a look at the family statement here today. Good to see you guys. We're going to keep pushing out this content. We will be live today at 12. Now, if I push out too much content, you won't get the notification at 12. So just remember to be here at 12 if you want to see the live. Or maybe I'll push another video to come out after 12. So that way you get that notification. You see what I'm saying. Guys, I'm thejbgunner. This is Crime Time. Let's do it. Bring it back. What's going on, everybody? As you guys know, I'm thejbgunner, and this is Crime Time. It is good to see you guys this morning. Before we get into this story, I want to say first and foremost, thank you to everybody that supports this channel, regardless of the method you choose, whether it's Cash App, Patreon, Venmo, PayPal. Guys, truth is, I couldn't do this each and every day as often as I do if it wasn't for you. So thank you guys so much. Big shout out to the Gun Squad. If you too want to support the channel, if you believe my content is valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. Join the Gun Squad. Keep this thing going. We're growing like crazy over here. Like, this channel's only been really up a month. We're almost to 4,000 subscribers. I love y'all. I mean, there's a lot of y'all are hot as shit too. But I love y'all. Y'all are fucking awesome. But I'm going to go ahead and, by the way, I'm going to get into some things. But before I do, I want to make a quick statement to the jerk-offs that typically comment once in a while. Number one, I don't care what you think. Number two, I'm not your newsman. I'm not a true crime channel, even though we do true crime on this channel. This is just a conversation between you and me. Consider this us at the barbershop, us at the bar. This is just us talking, right? You guys are really weird with wanting everybody to get everything like, oh my God, you misspelled something, or you did, suck my dick. I'm just being honest. Like, you're a weird person. Like, you didn't know that Brian's dad flew out there in December? No, I didn't. Actually, I hadn't heard it yet because it hadn't been released yet at the time I made the video. Well, then why don't you take the video down? Why don't you suck my dick? All right, now let's go ahead and get to moving. Like, they're weird people. Well, you got one thing wrong. You should take the video down. Your whole life is wrong. You should take your life down. Uh-oh, he said it. Let's get to the story. Guys, the person you see over my shoulder right here is Bryan Kohberger. He is the suspect that has been arrested for the killings of the four Idaho students in Moscow, Idaho. If you don't know that story, I don't know what the fuck you've been doing. You're probably just cooler than all of us. So, you know what I'm saying? Just to be honest, I envy the people that don't know the story because they're probably living a cool-ass life. But anyway, let me go ahead and get to the story because the family has actually released a statement. And this is triggering everybody on the internet. It says, "We will love and support our son and brother." I wish I had a family like that. I ain't gonna lie. Idaho killer's family stand by criminologists, but say they care deeply for the four victims' families and are cooperating with cops. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. That's a classy statement. We support our son. Right now, he's innocent. We're going to help him fight this. But we also have love for the victims' families. I don't understand why you guys would want them to make any comment other than that. And here's what's so fucking hypocritical about a lot of you people. If they wouldn't have said nothing at all, you would have been like, why ain't they talking? Swear to God. But you want them to feel about their son the same way you feel about him. I'm not even sure the motherfucker did it. I mean, I think he did. I'm pretty positive he did. They got the DNA shit, more than likely. More than likely, he did it. And you guys know where I stand with this. But, I'm the type of person that let him go to trial, man. Let him go to trial, demonize him all you want to, but don't ask his fucking family to demonize him. That's a little strange, don't you think? Even if he's found guilty. You got to remember, that's their child. You know what I'm saying? And if we had families and mothers and fathers like that, we would be lucky, right? Let's just be honest. So let's get to the story, because they have spoken out here and made a statement. The family of the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students is standing by his side. Bryan Kohberger's family released a statement Sunday saying they will stand by their family member while they let the legal process unfold. Kohberger, age 28, has been accused of brutally stabbing 4 young students. We already know their names, all of that. We'll get to their statement here very shortly. In fact, I think I got something here. Let's just do this. Let's do this right here. We'll do it this way.
As we learn more about the suspected Idaho killer, Bryan Kohberger, his lawyer releasing this family statement today, asking for privacy as the legal process plays out, adding they are fully cooperating with law enforcement in an effort to, quote, seek the truth and, quote, promote Bryan's presumption of innocence. Thank you for watching.
So,
Go to
that was a quick fucking video, lazy fuckers. Anyways, lazy sacks of shit. All right. Anyway, let's get back to this. So, that's really basically all they said. They said, we'll continue to let the legal process unfold, and as a family, we will love and support our son and brother. And I think that's what a family should do. I'm just being honest. First and foremost, we care deeply for the 4 families who have lost their precious children. There are no words that can adequately express the sadness we feel, and we pray for them each day. We have fully cooperated with law enforcement agencies in an attempt to seek truth and promote his presumption of innocence rather than judge unknown facts and make erroneous assumptions. That sounds like a classy statement. This is exactly what they should say. I don't understand why people want them to say something different. We respect privacy in this matter as our family and the family suffering loss can move forward through the legal process. Yeah, no, I think that's a perfect statement. Because here's the truth about all this. Here's the reality about all this. None of us know what happened. We all theorize. We all, speculate. And yes, if you truly believe that he's the guy, you're probably not wrong. He probably is the guy. But I know if it was like my son or like my friend or something like that, like if I knew Bryan, I wouldn't want the court case to play itself out. I'm not going to turn on my people, my friend, my family, just because the internet wants me to and just because some cop said he did some shit. I need to see that proven, right? And I think a lot of you guys would agree with me. So picture it from that perspective. If your brother, if your son, if your daughter, if your best friend, if your wife or husband or somebody was arrested for this, wouldn't you kind of wait for it to play itself out? You know what I mean? And I think most of you, if you are honest, you'd be like, yeah. Because it's a serious question. Would you just believe the cops or would you believe your family member? You weigh those 2 options, right? And so in my opinion, I think most of us would hold off and be like, all right, let me see how this case plays out. I'm going to side with my family member until it's proven otherwise. Now, there's a lot going on with Bryan Kohberger, actually. Let me make this very clear. There's a lot going on with Bryan Kohberger. Bryan Kohberger harassed women at Pennsylvania breweries. So all these stories are going to start coming out. Everybody in the world is now going to say, he, they're going to Me Too him, right? That's what they're going to do. They're going to Me Too the fuck out of him. They're going to be like, yeah, he harassed me. Yeah, he raped me. Yeah, he did this and that. And maybe he did. But right now is when everything's coming out. Some of it will be truth. Some of it will be truth. And then some of it will be complete bullshit. Just people wanting to be the victims. It'll be Me Too all over again. Because we live in that type of culture in America. We live in that type of culture now. Everybody wants to be a victim. Nobody can be a bigger victim than them. You see what I'm saying? So I get that. But that's what we're going to probably do. We're going to see everybody come out with every story of everything this man's ever done. And some people are even going to lie. Now, I'm not saying this is a lie, but it is what it is. So Bryan Kohberger harassed women at a Pennsylvania brewery. I think we'll go here. Idaho killer is accused of scaring female staff at brewery and branding one a bitch for spurring his advances. Now this goes back to prove that my incel theory was right. From the very beginning, I said it would be an incel that did this. Bryan is obviously an incel, clearly here. But I'm going to be honest with you. If I was declared a murderer for every time I called a woman a bitch, and y'all men know, even if you didn't have the balls to call the bitch a bitch, you said it to your friends. See, I call them bitch. I have the balls to do it. It is what it is. They like it too. You know, bend over, bitch. That type of thing. You know what I mean? But a lot of you guys, I'm just saying, these are the things that's going to come out. Well, he called me a bitch way back in 1983. That's what we're going to see throughout all this, and that's what we're seeing here, in my opinion. For spurning his advances. As is revealed, FBI tracked his Hyundai across the U.S. for 4 days before nailing him. Damn. Bryan Kohberger was taken into custody Friday. We all know that. Jordan Sarelnik, that's a hell of a name, owner of Seven Siren Brewing Company, accused Kohberger of harassing his female staff and customers at the bar. He said his staff had made notes about Kohberger's behavior. He said his staff had made notes about Kohberger's behavior and that they confronted the man once. But Kohberger refuted the allegations and left. The bar is located near the Pennsylvania home, where police tracked him down after surveying his Hyundai for 4 days. It says the classmates noted, see, here we go. I told you they were snowflakes. We're going to get a lot of these snowflakes. The classmates noted, about Washington State University criminology classmates, said he became more talkative after the killings, but turned deadpan when the slayings were discussed. The classmates noted that Kohberger was intelligent, but had few friends after allegedly making anti-LGBT. You fucking snowflakes. Is that why I ain't got no friends except for broads? An upgrade. Because, I'll tell you right now, you snowflakes, you limp wristers are weird. You're unnatural. You're strange. I don't care if you like it or not. I don't care. I mean, you're the fucking weirdo that sucks dick, not me. Anyways, so no, here we go. So he called a woman a bitch once, and he doesn't like the gays. My type of fella so far, like other than the whole murdering, people thing. Just to be honest, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like other than the murdering part, me and him could probably have a beer. Call women bitches and the limp wristers, Well, yeah, I could chill. I can hang out with him, just to be honest. But I'm joking. I'm not joking. But I'm saying this to prove a point. It's a whole bunch of nothing. Listen to what the reports are. He called someone a fag once. So? He called someone a bitch once. So? What the fuck is the problem? Anyways, snowflakes. Anyway, let's see, what do we have here? Sulenek told NBC workers the workers labeled Kohberger in their systems as a guy who makes creepy comments and said he once called a staffer a bitch for spurning his advances. The scrutiny into Kohberger's character comes as he denies allegations, while police believe he is guilty after it's revealed to FBI. And one of the things I want to say, what if he didn't do this? What if he didn't do this? Antifa-looking motherfucker. Whatever, man. Anyway, what if he didn't do this? Serious question. Reading his staffer notes on Kohberger, Sarelnik of Central Valley said, hey, this guy made some creepy comments. Keep an eye on him. He'll have 2 or 3 beers and then just get a little too comfortable. You mean he'll flirt with women? Bro. What man doesn't flirt with the bartenders and women and shit when they're having... I don't get this shit. I don't get this shit. It's weird. And listen, I don't like this guy. I'm not trying to defend him, but I don't like fucking snowflakes either. That's the weirdest shit. He's a bad person because he had some beers and flirted with the waitress. That's called being a man. That's just called having a dick. Every dude ever that's ever has done that. There's not a single, unless you're, you know what I'm saying. Unless you're one of those motherfuckers. We've all done it. I can't even do videos and respond to comments without flirting with motherfuckers. Just saying. It's the truth. I'm the type of motherfucker that flirts with people that don't even have a picture. The name just be Shanice or some shit like that. I'm like, what's up, beautiful? They're like, I don't have a picture. How you know? I'm just guessing. You know, I already know. I already know. You know, your beauty radiates without the picture. You know, that type of shit. Just being honest. Anyway, the brewery noted that Kohberger would ask women in the bar who they were with and where they lived. Now, that was kind of creepy. When they ignored him, he would get upset with them a little bit. The bar owner said he last spoke with Kohberger. He confronted the man about the inappropriate behavior. He said, I went up to him and I said, hey, Bryan, welcome back. We appreciate you coming back. I just wanted to talk to you real quick and make sure you're going to be respectful this time and we're not going to have any issues. Sounds normal. Shulenek said the 28-year-old was startled. He was shocked that I was actually saying that, and he said, I don't know what you're talking about. You totally have me confused. Possible, possibly not. But I think it adds to the credence that this guy was probably an incel. Would you agree with that? I think it definitely adds to that, the whole incel theory. Attorney says his client will prevail, and he's not going to be extradited. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. He's eager to be exonerated. Let me tell you something. He's not fighting extradition. He's coming back to Idaho. It's going to go one of two ways. Either he's going to fight this tooth and nail, or he's coming back to fast and speedy the trial, which is, I think, is 90 days, to force the forensics and everybody to get their shit together. Because you have the right to a fast and speedy trial in America. You do. And I think it's 90 days, 60 days, 72 days, I think it's fast and speedy. So I think I know what he's doing. Or he could be coming back to be like, yeah, motherfuckers, I did it. I don't know. I don't know at all. But he feels that he'll be exonerated, and I think that's interesting. Idaho quadruple killer's criminology professor reveals he was a brilliant student. Doesn't seem that way to me. And one of the smartest she's ever had, and says she's shocked as shit. He's been arrested for the murders. Bryan, we already know this. His former professor at DeSales University, Michelle Boger, says she's in absolute shock after hearing what her former student has been accused of. She called him a brilliant student and said that he's one of the smartest students she's ever had. If he really did do this and he left all that evidence, I have to disagree. Like, everything that went wrong, everything that a killer could do that would get him caught, he did. He did. He may not have got caught in the act, but almost every single piece of evidence he could have left behind, except for the murder weapon, he left behind. Kohberger's unsettling red flags. Idaho murder suspect's former classmate speaks out as shocked neighbors dish on his odd late-night behavior. It seemed like he never slept, they said. Well, no, because he was busy at school and all that shit. Well, he was probably doing some other shit. Kohberger's former classmates revealed he showed unsettling red flags after the quadruple homicide the murders. His downstairs neighbor also recalled the strange movements of the suspected killer. I want you to understand, this is no different than the rest of these claims. They're dumb. They're dumb. These are not normal. These are just people wanting their little 15 minutes, their little time to shine. Said he had unsettling red flags. Said he always looked exhausted and that he never slept, according to a neighbor and former classmate. Bro, I don't ever sleep. Ben Roberts, a classmate of Kohberger, recalled the suspect's usual quiet nature in class and how his demeanor changed after the killings. He goes on to say, fucking, come on. Man. And see, I feel like you guys have had me defending Bryan this whole video. I'm not defending Bryan. I think he's guilty as fuck. I just hate the internet. I hate people that they see this and they're like, I know him. And they want their little, and they're like, well, tell me what you know about Bryan. He didn't sleep a lot. What? Who gives a fuck? He was starting to show up really tired, they said. He'd always have a cup of coffee in his hand. Like most people in the mornings. Most people in the mornings have a cup of coffee and they're fucking tired. The fuck is wrong with people? Yeah, you can't make this shit up. He'd always have a cup of coffee in the hand. He kind of looked like he was riding a knife edge between worn out and completely exhausted. Yeah. His unidentified downstairs neighbor echoed his strange late-night behaviors. He said he kept a low profile and looked too weak to kill. Well, that helps Bryan. He said, I don't know how he could have killed people because he doesn't look that tough. The neighbor who asked to remain, well, if he doesn't look that tough, then why the fuck are you asking to remain anonymous? Pussy? Now that Bryan, he's a weak motherfucker. Oh, don't tell him I said that, though. You see what I'm saying? It's so fucking goofy. I don't understand people. It reminds me of the internet. So many of y'all fucking anonymous on this motherfucker, like, and then talk tough as shit. Let me give you a piece of my mind, JB. Cool, tell me who you are. No, I mean, you can't know who I am, because then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make this shit up. It's really ridiculous, actually. Anyway, I don't know how he could have killed people. Okay, I said that. The neighbor, who was a woman, told the news outlet she had always heard Kohberger up at night since he moved into the complex in August. He's normally a very late-night person, going to the bathroom. People piss in the middle of the night and vacuuming at 1 or 12 in the morning. Well, he was a single dude. Somebody's got a fucking vacuum? I don't get it. She said, I have kids, so sometimes I thought of speaking to him or complaining. Oh, I wish you would have, Karen. I wish you would have. But never did. It seemed like he never slept because he was always doing something all night. Yeah, you can't complain about that. That's that man's business. The alleged killer also brought home a woman with him. There you go, in his white car. But the two immediately parted ways when he parked, according to the neighbor. He was getting some snatch. Maybe he wasn't an incel. Maybe he was getting some pussy. Idaho suspect's father flew to Washington State, and I want to make a correction with this. Because yesterday, I thought, I didn't put it in my head that I thought because the car was used in the murders, it made sense to me. Like, for some reason, my brain wasn't working. Idaho suspect's father flew to Washington State to accompany killer's son on a 2,000-mile road trip back to Pennsylvania. Now, this is weird to me, right? Like, can you imagine? I just want you to think about this. So that's the correction. Yesterday, I speculated. I was like, was his father there the whole time? The answer is no. He flew there in December to then drive with him all the way back. So I think the question has to be asked, why did he do that? Did Bryan call him up and be like, Dad, I need you to help me drive this car? You know, how did that happen? Why did it happen? And what did he tell his dad on the way home? I think that's important to know, right? Guys, let me know what you think about all this. The family spoke, and I know that everybody's mad at the family now. I'm not. If you want to be mad at Bryan, that makes sense. But being mad at the family because they're not as triggered as you, or because they're going to stand by their son, a brother, until he's guilty, or whatever, how can you hate on that? What do you expect them to do? Join you in bashing him? Listen, man, even people in these situations got to have somebody on their side. That's the truth. You know? A lot of you motherfuckers, fuck, a lot of us, we're sitting here without anybody. No family, no girl, well, I got a dog. I do got a dog. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest, man. I think it's cool that he has somebody, you know what I mean, as he goes through this. Because chances are he is going to be found guilty. And chances are he is going to be put to death. You're going to get that justice you guys talk about all the time, right? Why does it bother you that his parents love him? That's weird, right? I feel like I've defended this motherfucker all video, and I don't. No, he's a fucking incel that was probably mad because he couldn't get no pussy and he killed people. He's not a good guy. But either are a lot of you people on the internet whining and crying and shit like that, right? I love you guys. I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time. Let me know in the comment section what you think about all this. We will be live today at 12 p.m. on this channel. Hope you guys are all having a good one. If you like what I do here, you find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. Support the channel. I'll shout you out in my next video. Appreciate y'all. You guys be cool. I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. See y'all at 12.